Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Start out here with a jet sweep. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2.
Jacobs. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
And the Seahawks first down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
At the 43-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Running is Jacobs. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Casey Hayward makes the tackle.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8 at their 48-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Herbert on 3rd down now. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now, the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
On first down, it's Jacobs. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
Out of the gun, Newton. Complete. Jefferson the target. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First down.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. A first down and more for Jacobs. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further.
Here we go.
The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And he finds his man. That's Butler. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Herbert on first down now. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. There's a first down throw that's complete. That catch good for only a couple. These two rivals played 2 of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember Week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
He's going deep for Brown. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you, it started 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
He's able to get 6, a nice pickup down to the 21.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And they get it inside the 10 at the 8. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Nice upfield move there by Gerald McCoy, getting in there to make the stop.
2nd and goal at the 11-yard line.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Henry. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. Third and goal from the 2, and they're going with a jumbo set offensively. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And they'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And he'll bang that one through.
14, Seahawks 7. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. From the gun, here's Newton. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the red zone now, Newton. And it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Devontae Adams. As the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at 14. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Line line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. And they've got it 1st and 10. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On 3rd down, Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Check 26, check 26.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he finds Cook. Bring it! Touchdown, 49ers! Jared Cook hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers have moved out in front. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Extra point try, good by Gano. And the lead is now 21-14. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
First down, Newton. He'll set up the screen to break. That catch good for only a couple.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Romeo Okwara brought him down. A gain of 4. And good.
From the 50, Newton.
3rd down.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Off play action. Newton. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run on first down. Jacobs. Michael O.J. Mudia with the tackle.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Jacobs. And a short gain here down to the 22. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
And this.
Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. 22 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, they were backed up on 3rd and goal, and when you saw him starting to scramble, my thought process was he'll get what he can and maybe get out of bounds. But he got a little bit greedy there. And in this case, greed was good as he got into the end zone.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each.
That touchdown! Dallas Campbell with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers have moved out in front. Chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points.
And got his man complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 36 yards.
First down.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a carry for Jacobs. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now a 2nd down and 6. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the 35 on 2nd down. Newton, it gets it over the middle to Cobb. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 17-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. They run it with Jacobs. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
On 2nd and 9, Newton, and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. The shotgun snap for Newton. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kyle Rudolph, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter.
28 all. Justin Tucker is set.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try and grab that lead back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Henry, the ball carrier.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Herbert. Catch made here by Campbell. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They'll get this quickly out to Claypool. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's Herbert now on second down. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. 15 yards on the play, first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. This is Henry. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Derrick Henry with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the 49ers have moved out in front. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28.
Niners 35. Seahawks 28.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
Here's Jacobs. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Josh Jacobs, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow, fielded near the back of the end zone.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now let's make it happen, baby. Let's make it happen. It's the time.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that.
2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now it's Herbert. And right right side. Henry's got it. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a third down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And some room to roam now. Derrick Henry all alone. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taking it all the way down to the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And that run right there, just what the doctor ordered.
You talk about putting it all together for your offense, because no big run happens unless everyone does their job. And now you're thinking about ending the football game because you're in field goal range.
What a dandy this has been. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Here's Henry. And he'll get this awfully close to a 1st down. Well, that's going to be a razor-thin measurement, but I don't think he got there. All right, ball at the 1-yard line, 4th down. What do you say?
I say go, because if you can't get 1 yard, what's the old adage? If I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win anyway. Tell your team it's that time. Who's going to get down into the trenches, grind it out, and make sure that ball gets in the end zone? Who's it going to be? Let's go do it.
All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. He will take it across midfield and down to the 45. They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for San Francisco, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Seattle, despite the loss here, they're going to wind up with a very good 11-5 overall mark. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.